So meanwhile, Xerix, I assume you're going back to meet with your friends? you have done so.
This is wonderful.
So Xerix is returning. You see him walking across the dunes alone.
Would he know where we're hiding?
Presumably? Why wouldn't he?
I'd imagine we would have given a rough location for you guys.
Right.
I mean, if you want otherwise, you can tell me. It's just, it seems reasonable that you'd have a meeting place.
Well, yeah, no, it is reasonable.
Hey guys, I'm back.
What happened?
What about the distraction?
John is working on the distraction right now.
Alright, so...
John?
The boo guy.
Okay.
No one remembers his name. It's so rude. So when's our signal that we can go in safely?
You know, it's his first time doing this kind of espionage kind of thing. We kind of got mixed signals, so I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I guess we just wait for something to happen, and then go in.
But why are you speaking weird? Like, seriously.
This is how I normally speak, rezcow.
No, but speaking that weird evasive, like, what actually happened? You should probably tell us.
I stare at Vin. This will make him talk.
Their, like, leader lady, I guess she's in a bad mood or something. She kind of told me to go help with something, and instead I got kicked out of the camp.
Help with what?
Preparing their feast.
Huh.
But I mean, I'm sure he's fine in there. Probably.
Well, he is still in there while you aren't, so I guess he is. I guess we'll wait then. I'm surprised you guys
I'm on watch with Vin.
prepare an actual signal, but I get it.
Hey.
Have the lights moved?
Oh, I was about to tell you that once this was done.
Oh.
You see some movement in the lights.
How far?
They seem to be getting slightly bigger.
But not, like, significantly so.
Yeah, not significantly.
Okay.
But you're starting to be able to make out more lights easily now.
Like, is she able to have any sense of what is the distance beyond far, or was her roll not high enough?
Well, I mean, she could roll I don't know, intelligence math check or something. One sec.
Or she could ask the guy with a telescope to borrow the telescope.
Intelligence perception would work. You can also use a telescope.
Yeah, I'll just grab the telescope. It's a better idea.
Alright, roll me an alertness perception check.
Okay.
I just take it without asking, why don't you?
I stare you into submission.
I will never relent to that.
Wow. Okay, fine. Xerix, Van, can I please use your telescope
What for?
to look at the lights?
That's dangerous.
Sure, don't break it.
Thank you. I will not stare at you for the next 10 minutes as a reward.
Well, obviously, because you could be looking out of a telescope.
I forget how math works. 15? I think that's a 15.
Alright. With a 15, you can see there's a number... There's a giant, like, tower in the distance with a light that is blinking at the top.
15.
And what looks like, I don't know if you'd know this. Roll me an intelligence science check.
Okay. Intelligence.
Do you have any science?
I have 6.
Oh, you have science. Okay. Because you can only do those checks if you're trained in it. Which you
It's
are.
like the only person, I think, in the team that has that.
So yeah, so it's 8 and 6.
Oh. That's 14.
I got a 7.
No.
It's barely enough. You can't tell what it's doing, but you see a satellite dish on top. And at the bottom of the base of the tower, you can see a bunch of, like, vehicles of some kind. You can't quite make out what they are. But a bunch of vehicles sort of driving slowly across the sand.
So it's probably an army then.
So we're saying that once we're done here, we should probably tell our peeps.
I don't know. I think it's just a sign we should probably hurry up.
Did Van, while you were in, did it look like everything was, like, very guarded, like, in the inside?
Was it?
I mean, it looked pretty well guarded from the outside.
I mean,
The interior, you know, it had guards, but slightly less than there were before, I guess. There's more on the outside, less on the inside.
Yeah, they had like 10 people aiming guns at us before we went in, but inside it was about the same as last time.
A little bit less,
I guess.
yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna put on the invisibility cloak, and I'm just gonna take a peek in the angel yurt. Well, like, around it, see what's the guard
as you're
situation.
walking towards there, you see Barnaboo floating back.
I'm staying invisible.
Alright. What are you doing? Are you following him? Are you watching him? Are you keeping going?
He's heading back, right?
He's heading back to your camp.
So,
to your hiding place.
So I'm gonna let the people there, handle him. I said that I'd check out the angel yurt, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So roll me an alertness covert check.
It's not a real thing.
Meanwhile, Barnaboo has reached camp again.
Greetings.
I rolled a 6, by the way.
Oh. roll me an alertness perception check.
Got that. 8.
Alright, it's good enough to recognize that as you're approaching, you see that the guards are able, like, you make noises in the sand and you trip and you fall, and the guards are like, "What the hell was that?"
It's the ghost.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, obviously I stay quiet.
It's the ghost of the angel.
They begin working their way over towards you.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and walk around the yurt then, on the other side. Like, around it.
Well,
on the side
as you walk, you notice that they keep hearing you. And keep working towards your direction?
Right, so as they're following me, like, I go, like, just around the yurt with them following me, so that once I'm in front of the door, there won't be any guards there, so I can just go in.
Well, I mean, the angel yurt was in, like, the middle of camp. So are you walking into camp? It wasn't, like, okay. Well, as you do, you say... You hear them say, "We've got someone here! Call back up! We think they're invisible!"
Alright. Look, I have a plan. I'm not saying it's gonna work, but I have a plan.
So yeah, Xerix has made it back to camp, or Holo's made it back to camp. How do you guys react?
How'd things go after I was kicked out, John?
Oh, you were kicked out. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, in a very cloak and dagger kind of way.
That's completely counter to what I expected. Oh, I had a rather lovely interview, but I must have drank a bit too much.
Yeah, that can happen. Left. I told you it was a good ship.
Yes. Yes, I must have drank quite a lot too much after you left.
Well, I mean, you're conscious. That's something.
Now? Well, it doesn't mean I've been conscious the entire time.
How long? How much time has passed?
Not all that long. You know, for you, maybe in half an hour.
It feels like quite a long time. I'm not quite sure exactly how long.
You recover quick. Like,
I suppose that's just my natural charm.
Your natural charm against alcohol.
I knew it.
Why not? It seems to have worked.
Right. And?
I'm waiting for a clarification on that point.
What did you talk about?
Mostly what I said I was there to talk about. The details of their religion.
Right.
For which I now have some information.
Such as?
Well, it's nothing too interesting, to be perfectly honest. It's fairly standard Satanist stuff.
Fairly standard Satanist stuff.
Didn't you just say you had an interesting conversation, and now you're telling me that it was uninteresting?
Apparently so.
Jeez,
I could swear it was an interesting conversation.
You really can't hold your booze, man.
I take issue with that. As you pointed out, I'm still conscious.
I take issue with the fact that apparently you got no information and also made no distraction. The entire purpose of us going in there... Distraction so that we can take the corpse of an angel.
And for what reason?
Are you kidding me? You cannot be this dense, even with the amount you drunk.
Oh no. I think I know what's going on here, and I don't like it at all.
John, why did we come here?
I'm trusting Van more.
Simple question, John. Why did we come here?
I thought it was to get information about the Satanist group.
Oh my god. I'm... Shit.
It's not Johnny! I scream from the down.
Alright, meanwhile, rezcow. There's about 10 guards, and you hear one of them say, "Alright, sweep the area!"
Alright, they're sweeping. That's great. That means they're spreading out.
Well, they've formed a line and they're walking straight.
Rezcow's gonna go Sam Fisher on them.
So, where am I?
Well, you're currently, I imagine, like, walking between the yurts.
Uh-huh. So am I, like, in a direct line of their sweeping?
Well, they're sweeping towards you because they know exactly where you are.
Okay.
And you can tell that they know exactly where you are.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and slip behind one of the yurts.
I mean,
and I'm gonna
you
try.
can.
Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna be good at it.
You've already rolled your stealth, though.
Yeah, so I said, like, I'm trying.
Okay.
I know that I'm not successful at it.
Okay. So yes, you try and do that, and they begin to cruise in some more.
So yeah, so like once I think I have cover, I'm gonna try and set fire to a yurt on the opposite direction behind them.
Alright, roll me willpower discipline. Or are you using your...
Yeah, I'm using my powers, so yes.
Okay.
Willpower discipline has to be...
Because you do have innate fire, too.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
I mean, for setting things on
16!
Fire. Alright. You go... You can do your fire ability. Are you going full fire mode, or are you just firing
I'm not gonna go full fire mode, because then they'll more see me. But I will throw a fire, so I'll roll a agility ranged weapon. $12.
Alright, you managed to hit a yurt far away, but then you see everyone turns their guns towards you and begins firing.
God damn it!
They see where the fireball comes from.
There's fire! Okay.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
As I fire, I've got their attention. I'm gonna try and run out of the camp by trying to zigzag around yurts, even though I know that I'm clumsy.
Alright, well, roll me an agility athletics test.
Alright.
If you have dodging or running, either of those would be good.
I don't, sadly. But I got alright with a 12.
Alright. Let me go ahead and roll their agility athletics checks. They are in heavy armor, though, so they're not likely to... 7, 8, 9, 10 of them, and you outpace all of them.
Nice.
They're still headed towards your direction, but...
Right, that's what I want, though. So
they are definitely headed out towards you.
You know what? To make sure that they head out towards me, I will activate fire mode so they see the flames coming out of an invisible body.
Alright. Roll willpower discipline.
Uh-huh.
Remember, when in fire mode, you have to roll that every other turn.
16.
Alright, you're fine.
Now, I'm hoping that my compadres see that the guards are being distracted and start to do a thing.
Oh, boy.
Like, I realize the player, I realize they have other things going on, but rezcow don't know that.
Oh, Pyro.
Yes.
Roll me, alertness perception again.
Okay.
I assume you're keeping an eye on that on the lights, right?
Yeah. 8.
8.
I did bad on my D12.
Well, you notice that they're a lot closer now. They seem to be accelerating. And you see a banner?
Yeah,
of
it's
the
an
Koopa
army.
Kingdom.
It's an army.
Of the what kingdom?
Koopa Kingdom.
Okay.
Okay, so how feasible would it be to, like, try to drive the car, like, a distance away from the camp and then, like, no, that wouldn't work. But, like, we obviously don't want to get tango with the army in person. So, drive the car. What if we, like, stalled until the army got here, and then when they were almost here, we drove, and then we grabbed the angel corpse and drove off. And so, like, the whole campus is fighting the Koopa Kingdom while we grab the angel corpse. Would that work?
Sounds risky.
Yeah, it's risky, but...
We'd need some good driving to drive in, grab corpse, and then drive out.
12, I have 12 too.
You also see a fiery figure running around the sand dunes.
Gee, I wonder who this mysterious figure is.
But I mean, she'll see that the guard's attention is being diverted, right?
Yes.
I mean, she probably sees 1 or 2 guards chasing you, yeah. She only got a 7.
That's true.
So...
I mean, this is you guys' call. I'm not there on the scene, so...
Do you relay this information to us?
Yes.
Well, it seems things have gone a bit awry.
Things have certainly appear to have heated up.
Haha.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Don John, you broke Hannah.
Mr. Johnson, please.
Yeah, I'm really not going to call you that.
I insist. I am a gentleman.
You're a pain in the ass.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is rather uncalled for.
Fight.
I ship it.
How about this? I'll call you Mr. Johnson once you've earned it.
Man.
How do you suppose I do that?
How much can you carry?
You need to carry all these rocks to my rock collection.
I am semi-ethereal. Not a lot.
Well, I mean, Jakey Boy carries like an entire armory on his belt.
Jakey Boy appears to be somewhat of an exception.
Well, like, I'm not gonna lug out a corpse.
I mean, it's not like we
If we
exactly
do so,
have
we
the
had a
heavy
plan.
lifter. So it's gonna have to be all 3 of us working to pull it.
I suppose that is
So,
acceptable.
see this as a team building exercise between the 3 people in the team
Oh yeah.
that like each other the most.
The real
Oh,
question
yeah,
is, if we're going to go in there and pull something out, the real question is how we get in there and how we get back out again afterwards.
Do I know where the tent is relative
Roll
to here?
intelligence, willpower.
Okay. Intelligence, willpower?
Yep, no skill. It's 2
Alright.
assets. It's a memory check.
Almost re-rolled by muscle memory. 8.
You have a vague idea, but you're not sure exactly.
Can Van roll?
I mean, I've just been there. Well, I've just been in the camp.
Yeah,
So
Van.
surely
I'm
would
talking about
probably
the
know.
angel tent.
Van would probably know.
So, who has the best drive?
I have no drive.
Mr.
Oh,
Johnson?
I at least know how to drive.
No, the numbers.
Yes. I have 6.
6 in drive?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you drive.
Alright,
So-
then I guess we're driving.
Yeah, drive. We gotta...
What's the
Res-
plan?
Rezcow, roll me alertness perception.
Alright. Whoops.
We might want to, like, wait, like, a little a little longer. I don't know, to like
8.
Well, you don't see any movement from where you would expect your friends to do something.
That's because they already left and are in town, right?
Then fine. Do you want to go?
I'm sure that if this was the plan, there's a good reason for it. And it doesn't do to abandon the plan.
It doesn't do to get everyone killed either.
That also.
Holo's second session and he dies.
You know,
Please,
we could have.
I'm TPKing if anything.
Yeah, we could have avoided this entire trip if we had just killed one of the angels in your gentleman's club.
Wow. Wow.
You know, for the greater good and all that.
You're lucky I'm not there.
Which gentleman's club are we referring to?
What? Excuse me? Do you
I
not
don't recall
remember?
any angels in my gentleman's club.
Okay, I'm going to inspect Barnaby Johnson to see if he is real.
Oh.
roll me, I guess. Charisma perception, yeah.
Okay.
So what are you doing, rezcow? Are you still running away?
Yep.
Are you running vaguely back towards your hiding place?
Actually, no, because I'm explicitly trying to go in the opposite direction, so I'm running out into the wild.
Oh, alright. You don't know anything about the lights, do you?
That is accurate.
Oh, then let me roll a 1 out of 3 check.
This can only go well.
Okay. So, rezcow, roll me alertness perception.
Can't wait to fail that.
I got 13, by the way, on mine.
Alright, well, he seems like the Barnaby Johnson you've always known.
I rolled a 7, by the way.
Well, rezcow, you see in the distance what looks like a couple motorbikes carrying the Koopa Kingdom flag.
Okay.
This is turning into Mad Max,
Okay.
isn't it?
That's technically good for me. I'm heading in their direction. I'm going to remove my invisibility, though.
Alright, well, I mean, you're on fire. Unless have you turned
Right.
the fire off by now?
No, I'm still on fire because I want to be a beacon to be followed.
Then roll willpower perception again. Or willpower discipline
Yeah.
again.
15.
Alright, you're fine.
Like, that's the thing I'm overstated with, so I'm not really afraid.
Also,
Meanwhile, back at camp. Yeah, he
Wait.
seems perfectly normal.
I'm going to point my staff at him.
hey, don't kill him, because we're supposed to be driving.
I'm sorry. This seems a rather rude gesture.
Tell me, John, where did we first meet?
Hey, we should first get the course. Then we can work out whatever is going on here.
Or we could be walking to some kind of trap with
I
this
seem to
doppelganger
to-
guy.
These are rather wild accusations. I seem to remember we met on the corner of a street, heading to my gentleman's club.
The gentleman's club that you conveniently forgot has angels in the basement.
I'm fairly sure that there are no angels in the basement. I'm sure I would remember something like that.
They were rude, they didn't like me, they kicked me out.
I remember you leaving.
Yes, in a huff, because the angels didn't like
I remember
me.
you leaving in a huff. I do not quite recall exactly why. It seemed somewhat inappropriate at the time.
What happened in that interview room?
I told you I
Poison.
drank slightly too much after you left, and
You know, there seems to be an awful lot of conveniently drinking a little too much involving interviews here.
Yes, well, the difference is that I drank a little bit too much. It sounds like he's been poisoned.
That's gotta be the best line of several sessions by now.
I just fall flat on the ground. I just flop over and sigh loudly.
Well, whatever. I suppose we shouldn't be bickering about this. We can sort out John's brain damage when we get back to the base.
Jesus Christ.
again, I don't take like I don't. I don't
Yes, that's right,
appreciate
you
your
don't.
tone. I don't appreciate your tone. But if we are going to carry out this plan, it better be done soon.
Just don't think
Try.
of betraying us.
I don't have any intention to betray you. I'm not sure where these accusations are coming from. It all seems rather ridiculous to me.
Seems pretty ridiculous to me.
Hannah must
yeah,
be feeling so conflicted.
Man, who am I supposed to dislike now?
But yeah, we'll talk about this later. Let's go
Fine.
steal a corpse.
Perhaps over drinks.
Help me.
Hannah's future upgrade is gonna get cross-eyed so she can stare at both these people separately.
Well then, what is the plan?
Drive to the tent. Van gives directions. You drive. We all grab the corpse and leave.
Well, that seems relatively simple.
And if
Sure,
guards
just
get
gonna
involved,
Bum rush and
Run them
TPK.
over.
run them over.
I mean, if you want to wait for the army to smash everyone, then sure.
Maybe we could wait a small amount of time.
I think that
And-
seems like the worst of the options.
What? Look, there's an army approaching, yeah.
Correct.
Presumably they're going to
But if we
fight.
wait- If we wait a small amount of time, such that they're not here, that means if we do then proceed with attempting to drive in and taking the object, it gives us less time to escape before the army arrives. If we wait for the army to turn up itself, then we can use the distraction of the army. If we go now, we have the most time to disappear before the army gets here. That's the way I see it.
But then it's just kind of blind luck if we run into any guards or not.
Yes.
On the last
Do
option.
you have any weapons,
really-
Mr. Johnson?
No, but I know how to use some.
I brought Jakey Boy's weather cane.
Make it snow! That'll be so confusing. People will just, build snowmen instead of guarding.
I don't really know what that is, but I'm sure given some vague instruction on how to use it, I'll be able to.
It makes weather.
That I gathered, considering it's named a weather cane.
Okay, fine. Screw it. Let's go in now.
Right then. I guess we're getting in the car.
Just, drive better than you did last time.
He didn't drive in the first place. What are you talking about?
Alright, so roll a drive check.
Oh boy.
1.
Oh dear God.
Well, you start the car and you begin puttering along, and then suddenly you forgot to shift gears, and the car warps, and you see a bunch of like it freezes up, locks up, and you see a bunch of smoke come out of the hood.
I told you last time, cars are not my specialty.
Well, I guess we're walking.
Hannah.
Meanwhile, rezcow.
Thank you. Well, I guess we're walking. Cut to commercial break.
Laugh track.
Zoom in on your face.
Circular fade out.
Credits roll. Theme music plays.
You do realize you have to edit it like this now, right?
Anyway, so rezcow, as you're running towards them, you hear a bunch of army people, and you see a bunch of Koopa men up front riding these bikes across the desert, and you hear them say, "What the fuck is that? Is that a demon?" What?
No, I say, hey, beware! There's a Satanist camp right up there.
They stop their bikes, and they say, "You part of them? You look like a demon."
No, I have zebra powers. You know the friendly zebras, right?
Ugh, you one of them Kamek creations?
Look, point is, everyone hates Satanists, right?
Except other Satanists.
No, even the Satanists hate them.
They say, "We're here to wipe out the Satanist camp."
Fantastic. Let me lead you to them directly.
They say, "No, we're leading the way. You can join the army if you want. But this is our charge, our operation."
I respect your authority. I will step aside as you go into the evil Satanist lair.
They say, they gesture back. They say, "Go check in with the general. He'll assign you to a unit."
Alright. Then I'm just going to take a few steps back to give plenty of clearance for the bikes to go towards the camp.
Alright. And I assume you go where they pointed?
I'm going to watch them go first for a bit.
Okay.
So it's not something I'd immediately do.
Well, they go past you, and, you see in the distance a bunch of other, tanks and airships. Not airships, I guess. But tanks and, sand crawlers and such.
Okay, I'm not going to go talk to the general. I'm going to turn off my fire.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, gonna run off to see them, what they're doing in the camp, but I don't want to go in right quick, because I'm going to try and sneak in and get my angel corpses that I need.
So you're going back to the camp?
Yes.
How are you doing that?
I turn on my fire, and I'm gonna return invisible, and I'm just gonna run back towards the camp. I know that the army's gonna go faster than me.
Well, go ahead and roll me a agility or alertness covert then again.
All right.
It's been long enough. You can do another check.
I did better with 7.
Not great. Let me see what they got.
Hey, look at things in positive ways,
right.
okay? There's always a bright side to everything.
Well, as you're walking your way back, one of the Koopas on the bike turns to you and he says, "The hell are you sneaking off to? What is that technology?"
It's more... I can't say. It's not technology, it's magic. I think. I don't know. It's a cape.
I have invincibility frames.
He looks at you and he says, "Report back to the general. On the double."
I have to confer with my other compatriots there first.
On the double. This operation's about to go down.
I stay invisible. I just don't move. You can't tell if I'm going or not. If I'm not moving.
Well, I mean, they don't see you walk away. At this point, he's seen you.
I'm gonna take a few steps back.
You're doing a really good job right here.
But as soon as, like, I hear the motorcycle go, like, I'm gonna stop.
Well, okay.
I'm so proud of you.
You do that. You're now standing still.
But I'm invisible, though, so...
That's true. Well, how long are you standing still?
Until I'm, you know... Like, so is, like, the army just proceeding in front of me?
Well, I mean, there's a gap between the scouting bikes and the army proper.
Okay.
So you're, like, waiting for the army proper to go?
Well, I'm waiting for all the scouting unit to go.
Oh, well, at that point, that's done.
Because, like, I don't know if any of the actual army people know I'm there, because once all the scouting people are gone, I'm gonna try and head back towards the camp again.
Alright. How are you moving back towards camp? Are you aiming to avoid the scouting party this time?
Yes.
Okay, you can do that?
Like I'm giving a wide berth. I'm aware it might take a bit.
Yeah, just be aware that by your estimation, if you do take a wide berth, the army is probably going to make it there before you. Or you'll make it there about on the same time.
This is fine.
Okay. In that case, you can successfully go ahead and roll me a alertness perception, I guess, to attempt to just stay out of their way.
Alright. Four.
Good.
Today is the day of good luck.
Well, I mean, rezcow, I will remind you. You have an asset.
Yeah, I am lucky. Alright. Fine.
You never use it. You never remember. I remember that you had that earlier.
No, I just outright just forget I have it all the time. Hey. 5 is technically higher than 4.
2 plot points?
Do I have 2 plot points? I do. You know what? I'll take it.
Alright.
Yeah.
You can successfully avoid the army then. Yeah, you have 3 plot points. Wow.
You're rich.
Down 1.
Well, I mean, that's his max plot points.
Yeah.
Alright. So, meanwhile, back in Chronicle of Mystara Land, what are you guys doing now that your car is broken down?
I guess we have to walk.
Hannah, can't you, like, fix the car?
I'm not an engineer.
Jakey Boy could. He has
Jakey Boy could. Yeah, I have 0 in mechanic. It's...
Can you not...
Is there, like, any other vehicle here?
Why would there be?
Hack the engine.
That's not how cars work. Okay?
This is not a smart car.
Okay, fine.
Use the weather staff to make a cloud you can ride on.
Summon a tornado that'll take us to World 4.
I guess we could try and sneak our way through there.
I don't know if you could summon a tornado with the weather staff. It'd be a little one, but you probably could.
That seems like it would be detrimental at this point.
Can we summon a fine mist so that we can be stealthy?
Sure. but it's going to be a fine mist over the desert, which is a little bit odd.
Well, no one's going to care. There's an army approaching.
That's up to you. You can try.
Yeah, sure. I'll try and make a concealing mist for us to go through.
Alright, you can make a little bit of fog. Yeah.
Like, how concentrated would the fog be?
It's concentrated
would it be
as
like
you need
just-
it to, really.
I mean, like, would it be like strictly around them, or like how much would it disperse?
Well, I have the stats on the website.
Yeah, it's
Conjures
Jakey Boy's
custom
thing.
weather,
signed up.
1d6 rounds. So it's only 1d6 rounds. 3 times per day in a 50-foot radius. Should be a little walking cloud.
Okay.
It's not unreasonable.
I mean,
it's a 50-foot radius, so it'd be hard to like pinpoint exactly where you were in it.
Yeah.
But there's the matter that it only lasts 1d6 rounds. So it lasts 18 seconds. Maximum.
Okay, maybe we'll use that on the way out or something.
Let's go.
I'm going to be as stealthy as possible.
I'm going to be stealthy, but I'm not very good at it.
So you're walking towards
I guess
the camp?
I'm gonna try and be stealthy as well. Might as well.
Yeah, like go from tent to tent, stealthily on the way to the holy yurt.
Alright, roll me, alertness covert. Stealth, if you have it.
I do.
5. I'm good at these rolling stuff.
14.
Oh. Well, you feel pretty confident sneaking around, actually. But you notice that, and Hannah, are you sneaking as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Well, roll me that check then.
Say that again. Or what the check is.
Alertness
Okay.
covert.
Wow, I actually did okay. I got a 12.
Alright, so you're doing, like, I'm gonna have to roll opposed checks. But in general, you and Hannah think you're doing a great job. But you kind of notice that Barnaboo, is kind of not paying at all attention to where he's going. As you're walking,
I'll just
Van?
walk in a straight line.
This guy.
Shortest distance and everything. I figure that if I walk in the shortest possible distance, I'll spend less time in the camp. And if I'm spending less time in the camp, there's less time for people to notice me.
that would be a crit fail. You didn't crit fail.
Uh,
So you're actually trying to be stealthy. It's just like you'll pop behind a box or something, or like a sand dune on your approach, and then like peek up way too often.
See, the problem is your big top hat.
Yep. So Van,
That
you will
is a
notice
problem.
this on your approach if you would like.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna like try and wave John over to me.
Alright, you can do so.
I guess I'll just kind of blunder over, doing like classic over-the-top movie stealth.
I'll whisper to him, What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying out this stealth everyone seems so keen to be going on about.
Well, could you try a bit harder? Because you're gonna get us caught.
I apologise if I'm not quite up to your high standards.
I never expected this to be a rivalry before.
Neither did I.
Just try to copy my movements. Do you think you could do that?
I shall endeavour to do so.
Alright.
Please you.
Roll, alertness stealth again. but at a plus... What did you get, Xerox, on your alertness stealth?
14.
Plus 2 dice up.
Right. So I'm rolling, hang on, alertness covert.
Mm-hmm.
Covert has like 2 levels of dice extra.
Right. Okay, cool. So that's... Yeah, not that one. That one. 6.
Well,
Wait,
you
no,
notice...
I can re-roll that one. I can re-roll that one.
Okay.
Okay, that's a bit better. 10.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't have any plot points to spend. He's doing a better job, Van, but you can tell he's still not up to your standards.
Hey, just.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
A marginal improvement. Come on, let's go.
I'm a gentleman. I'm not used to sneaking about.
I bet you're not used to lifting corpses either.
It's not in my daily repertoire.
Oh yes, more sneaking towards the holy earth.
Alright. Well, you notice that the camp is starting to freak out a little bit
I wonder why.
by the time you get there. And Hannah, you notice that the army is damn near at the door at this
Let's
point.
pick up the pace, my friendos.
Yes.
Pretty natural sentence there.
I can't say I approve of this informal language.
In fact, as you're walking around camp, you notice that there's some Koopas walking around camp now. And they're fighting with the local Satanists.
They're distracted.
Come on,
Maybe best to steer clear of that.
yeah, let's get in the tent, like right
And
now.
rezcow, you're about at camp at this point too.
Alright, look, I'm heading straight to the angel yurt.
Alright. So as you all approach the angel yurt, you will see, just as you're there, you see Kamek!
Oh, hey!
And he's sitting at the angel yurt.